Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan, GMS England branch. This is going to be a brief video, and this is an update concerning the MOTB spoken of in Revelations 13 and verse 16. All right, and this just goes to show that things are really accelerating in the right direction concerning the prophecy in Revelations 13 and 16 being fulfilled. All right, things are really accelerating in the right direction through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Akakudash. And again, this is why we constantly do videos of edification, regarding this very important prophecy, all right, being the MOTB, because as soon as the MOTB is made mandatory upon the earth, you're going to see how even greater things accelerate and progress to the inevitable prophecies, concerning World War III, so on and so forth. All right, and then the finale of the emergence of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. All of these things are gonna perfectly align prophetically through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and that's why it's very important, as the scriptures tell us, to watch and pray. All right, because these updates, these developments concerning world affairs and concerning the advancement of a cashless society, these give us great indicators of where we are in the grand scheme of things concerning the end of this man's kingdom. All right, now this is from coindesk.com, and you can also find this information on many other reputable news sources. Now it says big banks, NY Fed to start to test digital tokens for wholesale transactions. All right, and it says Citigroup, HSBC, BNY Mellon, Wells Fargo, and MasterCard are among the financial giants taking part. So you have the big players that are basically taking part in this trial of ultimately testing these digital and programmable dollars. All right, and this is going to be a huge game changer that's about to manifest itself upon the earth. So in light of this information, all right, you can expect that something major and something drastic is about to happen upon the earth. All right, something major and something drastic is about to happen upon the earth to justify this huge and groundbreaking change. Okay, so again, watch and pray. All right, and as it tells us in Ephesians 5 and 15, let's get that right quick, because these are the days that we are currently occupying. All right, we're occupying very evil times right now upon the earth. Salakia, the internet connection is very slow today, and funny enough, before I started the video, it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this bad, but as soon as you start to record, things always mess up. All right, but that's cool, because that's the condition of the battle. All right, as it tells us in Ephesians 6, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual darkness of wicked places, roughly paraphrasing. Now let's get what was that, Ephesians 5 and 15. Let's get that right quick, and then we'll go to the go back to the article. So this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, and it reads, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." All right, so we're supposed to be redeeming the time that we are currently living in, redeeming the time that we are currently occupying, because the days are evil. And the reason the days are evil is because we are in the last days. And as it tells us in Daniel's chapter 12, from the top on down, this the end of this man's kingdom is going to be a time that's going to be like no other time, upon the earth since there was a nation. All right, so there's going to be great tribulation. There's going to be, great and more intensified uproars of the people, and there's going to be a lot of bloodshed naturally because of the climate that's going to be introduced to the world. All right, so we can expect, very evil times presenting themselves in the light of, this new society and this new way of living, being brought in. All right. Now it says here, a group of major banks and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York have started to test the use of digital tokens representing digital dollars to improve how central bank money is settled between institutions. Citigroup, HSBC, BNY Mellon, and Wells Fargo are among the banks taking part, along with payments giant MasterCard. All right. Now, when you look at your credit or debit card, more than likely you're either going to see MasterCard or you're going to see Visa. All right. And these are the two, major companies, all right, that deal with, credit cards and debit cards. So this is not no, small thing. All right. This is a huge thing. All right. That is being introduced, and that is going to be mandatorily implemented. All right. In the very, very near future. All right. It says the 12-week proof of concept pilot program will explore the use of a platform known as the Regulated Liability Network, or RLN, whereby banks issue tokens that represent customers' deposits that are settled on a central bank reserve on a shared distributed ledger. All right. So again, that's going to be a shared distributed ledger. All right. So this, bleeds into your new world order. All right. Everything being centralized, all of these major companies being merged into one and using the same operating system. Okay. This is the new world order. The project will be conducted in a test environment using only simulated data, while many central banks are developing or considering developing retail central bank digital currencies, which are forms of digital money for use by the public. Many are also testing wholesale CBDCs, which are fiat money in token form, for exchange among financial institutions to improve existing clearing and settlement processes. So there's going to be different forms of money. All right, you're going to have money that is catered to only distribution. You're going to have money that's catered to only wholesale, Salakia, and you're going to have money that's only catered to retail. All right, which is going to be for your, the sheeple, basically. All right, so there's going to be levels to money. All right, and this is a beautiful thing because, again, it goes into the control they're going to have over the people by issuing different forms of money, because different forms of money are going to be able to do different things. Okay, now if you got a particular a particular class of money, they may have it where you can only spend it, within a particular radius of where you live, or you can only spend it on particular food items. Okay? And the restrictions are going to get very, very draconian and very harsh. All right? It says, which are forms of digital money for use by the public. Many are also testing wholesale CBDCs, which are fiat money in token form for exchange among financial institutions to improve existing clearing and settlement processes. All right. So the selling point, of all of this information and news is that it's going to make things more simple, make things more manageable. All right. But the undertones that they're not bigging up right now is that basically they're going to have more control of the people and more control of how the people are able to spend their money. Okay. Also going into the term Giselle currency. If you type in Giselle currency, this is currency that has an expiry date. All right. So no one is going to be able to hold on to money, all right, for a particular amount of time. Again, you're going to have different breeds of money. You're going to have types of money that you have to spend within a particular time period going into your benefit system. All right. They have, food stamps, which I assume, food stamps probably have a date upon them. Well, it's going to be same with the currency. All right. You might have like a timer of like a month. All right. And they're going to say, well, this is going to benefit the system. All right. And it's going to make sure that, everything keeps flowing, as fluid as possible. All right. To limit any issues that they have in the previous world. All right. These are how things are going to be marketed. Okay. They're going to market things, in this nature, man. All right. And people are going to opt for this because there's going to be certain benefits for being down with the system. All right. And, not to mention the, the demonic miracles, all right, of Esau Edom that he's going to be performing. All right. Which he's going to target people that are, disabled, people that have ailments. And, this technology is going to come with, particular selling points of helping people that have these type of disabilities, or maybe, they can't walk, they need a bionic foot or a bionic arm, so on and so forth. So that technology is going to come built in to, particular technologies, man. Okay. So this thing goes really deep. All right. And let's get that in, Psalm 64, because you can't underestimate the mind of the wicked. All right. They're going all the way with this, and they want to be looked at as, the Most High. All right. They want to have that same power as Yahweh Shem Yahushai and have the same rulership and control, over the people. Now it says on Psalm 64 and verse 2, let's get straight to the point. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Now who's the secret counsel of the wicked? All right. That's your Illuminati. All right. The secret counsel of the wicked is the Illuminati. All right. Which essentially is the elite banking families in the world. All right. Number one family being the Rothschild family. All right. And you just had Evelyn Rothschild, he passed away, last week. So we're in very serious times right now, man. And, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing a lot of big things in these latter days because he's getting ready to send back his only begotten son, who is Yahweh Shai. So hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. And that's exactly what the elites of Esau Edom are doing with this CBDC currency. All right. Which is going to lead to the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. All right. All right. They're encouraging themselves in an evil matter. All right. And it says they commune of laying snares, all right, which means traps, privily, all right, or privately, they say, who shall see them? All right. But the elect see them. All right. Because the Lord has given us the eye salve and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to perceive what is actually going on in these latter days, man. All right. And more importantly, this is biblical prophecy. These are the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And the Lord has given us the ability to decode, the scriptures and understand what's going on in real time. All right. So it says, of laying snares privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. And this is the point that I wanted to get. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. So you got to understand, these devils, they do a lot of research, a lot of studying of the people, your buying habits, your spending habits, what nations are, more comfortable, with spending, digital money versus tangible cash. They go through the statistics of the elderly, and if it's going to be a major problem that the mass majority of the elderly is not going to be able to navigate the system. That's another issue that keeps popping up, is what the elderly are going to do. They're not tech savvy. All right, but ultimately they don't care. They'll find a way in order to get everyone inclusive in this system. All right, because remember, the CHIP, all right, that's going to be in your hand. All right, and all your information, all the data on you possible is going to be included on that CHIP. So it's not going to be a big deal for them to quickly transition to this new way of living. All right, and forcing that new way of living upon the people. It's not going to be a big deal at all. All right, so it says. But I was gonna wrap up anyway. You know what? Let me get my charger real quick. Lord willing, they're gonna cut off. All right, Carlo Yabashimi Al Shai. All right, so it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. So the mindset, of these devils, in particularly, the ones, at the top of the chain, the ruling class, banking elite. All right. Their mind is deep and has been dead set on implementing this new system to the world. All right. And, as I mentioned earlier, you have Evelyn Rothschild, he passed away last week. And I was watching one of the videos from, the Elder Ramah, the camp head over here, in the UK, in England. And he made a reference to an interview where you had Evelyn Rothschild. He was like, he wants to basically see, the New World Order. He wants to see this, this dramatic change, before he dies. And it's funny because the Lord didn't grant him that that wish, all right, if you will, because, the Lord took his spirit back, all right? So, hey, there's some serious things happening in these latter days, man, all right? And it's a beautiful time to be alive, as we always say. But, this was just a brief update. I wanted to get into this article right quick, and Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until the next one, I say shalom.